I was really excited to see that the Great Muta was going to come to the Monday Night War line. Little less excited that he had a chase that was going to be really hard to get. So I wanted to show this figure. I got it here, but I was like, I kind of want to wait until I have the chase. So I went ahead and got the chase. The hard way, buying it from somebody. I just want to point out, here's the one from Walmart. Thank you, you beat it up. Here's from random guy on eBay in pristine condition. That's the scalper quality guarantee. That's all the chase figures seem to equal, just scalper bait, unfortunately. So in this instance, if I would have just got the chase only, I probably would have just stuck with it. But we'll open these up, check them out here. There's actually more differences than just the faces that you see here. The whole attire is different too. But I did get this from Canada, so this is like kind of a cool example of the back where you can see the international releases, aka anywhere outside of the US. Doesn't get any of the info, like even the height and weight and finishing move and stuff like that. That's gone, and then the little bio and the date. No text. It's just like, there's text everywhere else on here. What is the difference? We even have like feet, inches, and meters and kilograms and stuff in the weight and height measurements. So that's really stupid to leave out. But anyway, since this is a beat up piece of crap box, thanks for nothing. It's Ted DiBiase's legs. Can I just say that it says trillionaire Ted DiBiase and how extremely stupid and far-fetched that was now, even let alone back then. If he was a trillionaire, then I just feel like we just bought WCW and called it a day. Here's what we got so far of it. We got the regular release, which is the one with the NWO face paint, which I feel like probably went over more in Japan as unique than here. It looks a little silly, right? This is what you look like when you get like Japanese or Chinese letters tattooed on you. This is what you look like to other people. You just have letters and words written on your body. That's why those look cool to us, because we can't quite read them. It just looks like a cool design. Here it doesn't quite hit as cool. But anyway, Muta here. Naturally with the painted face, it's kind of hard to see the face details, but pretty cool. It's just that weird that they did the tongue out, and then we don't have like an alternate head where he has like a closed mouth or something. That would have been a nice detail here, but I guess they're like, well, we're giving you a cloth shirt, so shut your mouth. That's kind of the cool detail here. Like this one, very NWO specific, so you probably want to keep his NWO shirt on him. But the chase one, maybe not so much, so you can kind of take it off. You can even see some of his chest hair. Manly. His attire has like the red details. We got it on the wrist tape. That's where that alternate head would have come in handy here if he had like his red and black face paint from when he really joined the NWO officially. Probably had this attire, I think, because he had this red. Almost like moth designs. Like, is this like a Mothra thing here? Maybe that's a common motif in Japan. I don't know. But he has this cool like open hands and almost kind of like a little bit of two finger here for like the mist gesture. Naturally mine always come up all marked up and stuff, so that's all messed up. We have the alternate hands where it's just like the normal like accessory holding hands if you want to switch. Which I might have to on this one since this one's all boogered up. But then the tights, we have that moth here. Muta Mothra. It means something. Nah, he just has the moth. But that side, then just kind of the lettering on the other side. Oh hell, let's try it. Let's try Google Translate on the text, see if I can get it. The Google Translate does not work. It's too stylish. Anyway, all of the articulation is here. He's got the pants that still does a lot with the double knee joint. Just the full elite. The tongue almost seems blue, like he was doing a blue mist. Really, he was just using kind of like the old usual green or red around these times. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But I will like to have this one for like the NWO lineup specifically, and then we can have the other one for something else. So next, had to specially buy it. This is the one I was excited to see. So the chase one has the same hands there. You can see these are not screwed up, so if I buy two of a figure I can at least get some parts that are not marred and destroyed. But the different face paint, more like his usual face paint he would have, not NWO specific maybe, just more like one of his typical face paints. So you can kind of use this more as just a general great Muta, which is kind of the value I have in this one. But completely different attire. He's got this like crazy all silver one, doesn't have the moth. So I mean, we can probably check some screenshots and stuff here and see maybe even a head swap. He might have changed some attires around and stuff. We just don't know. I just think the wrist tapes are going to match the tights. You know, you got the silvery bits. The other one has that moth on it with the tights and everything. But this one I would probably ditch the NWO shirt, which means the value of getting both of them is that you get an extra cloth NWO shirt, which could be handy for some people. Maybe even put it underneath the Ted DiBiase figure body. Take the jacket off, and he actually has an NWO shirt on if you want to kind of deck him out in that way. Or other NWO members if you want to have them all in the shirts. This one has a little bit longer hair, but I think you could probably get away with using this as the kind of year 2000 Muta. So if you're kind of crazy like me, you can stick him with like a Vampiro figure. I have a review of this one. I just thought it was pretty cool. We could probably get it into my WCW collection this way. Despite them mostly being, you know, WWE Elite figures and whatnot, these two were tag team champions for, you know, one of those 24-hour reigns where they won at the pay-per-view and lost it the next day on Monday of the Monday Night Wars. Dun dun dun. Hey. But this is kind of what I was looking forward to, is having these two guys together. Not the greatest run, just because WCW at the time was like dying, and so there wasn't cool matches going on. They really squandered having Muta back here. I think even if they didn't want to push him into winning and all this stuff, they could have got some amazing matches out of him with people, and they kind of just crappily booked him a lot. Even before with the NWO stuff, just did some tag team stuff here and there. Which then makes me say, like, this is kind of an incomplete figure because we don't have his partner. We don't have Chono. That would be cool to see. I don't think that's anywhere near a possibility or anything, but you have an NWO Muta, and it's just kind of like, it's cool that it's the Great Muta, and you kind of like know him, and it's just like, he had his own like NWO Japan, really, with Chono and Tenzin and all those, and we don't even have a Scott Norton to kind of pair alongside either. We're hoping for more NWO members. This is a good NWO member that I wanted to add just because it's cool. Historically, he didn't do a whole lot, but that he was a part of it. It's just kind of cool to have the lineup of all the cool people that were in the NWO. Like, now you can add the Muta into it, because again, since I'm aiming my collection so much at this time period, it's kind of hard to get some wrestlers that I would like figures of, because they were kind of other time periods, and here we have Muta coming in from Japan. I get to sneak him into my collection because I actually made the figure this way. That's what I really like about this release. As long as just once in a while maybe I have to hunt down a chase one and stuff, but a lot of the times they make the chase like the really sought after version. Less because it's a chase figure and more because it's the attire people want more, so that's not good. They should put the attire people want more here and then make the chase special because it's a chase, and just do another attire that is still good to have. If I still had my Japan collection, this would be a huge addition here, that I have like a Great Muta of like his normal face paint and stuff. This would be really awesome to have, and I wouldn't worry about any NWO stuff. I just have him as the Great Muta. In the wave, there's this guy. I don't really think he deserved his own video, just because I already have the Ultimate Edition Hogan, so I didn't really need another Hogan. We also got the NWO version of Ted DiBiase, the head. Missing the arms, because that was my one cancel from the Walmart pre-order, was the Jerry Lawler. So I can either find the arms, or maybe we can just get some other arms or something. I was like, oh, I want this Build-A-Figure because it's another NWO member, but it's like, it's just Ted DiBiase. He didn't really wrestle or do a whole lot. He was just like, there. This is a pretty good representation of Ted DiBiase and NWO, that he was just unarmed and not a threat whatsoever. Stood in the background and was like, oh man, there's that guy that we know. It's a great face though. He's a little like, I don't know, he looks a little strange. But this is the face I would make if I was in the 32-member NWO stable also. It's like, what can I really do? Anyway, I stupidly got this. Nothing was more annoying than Hogan running for president. This is the worst possible. I hate these. Oh man, he got me. He worked me good this time, because I was like, shut up. He's got the NWO beanie and the shades. We got the Boa pieces, 2 separate pieces. He's got the NWO weight belt. Oh, it doesn't say Hollywood. We got NWO and Hollywood boots. The tights are just plain though, which is weird. I don't know if this is a real attire, if he just went with nothing. That seems like an oversight in some way. If he's just coming out to talk on the mic, why does he have knee pads and all this? But anyway, an NWO Hogan if you need it. This is a cool NWO tank top. It's not like the tearaway one that the Ultimate has. So it might actually be better to put on like the Ultimate one if you're not doing the tearaway thing. It's actually pretty nice. So then maybe we could even have a Hogan without a shirt on, like a in-ring kind of Hogan. I don't think I had an NWO tank top before, just like a black Wolfpack one. So that is a pretty cool accessory. And we got the yelling one. Did he have this head in the Ultimate? Maybe he already had this one. I don't know. Don't know. Don't care. Hollywood Hogan in a generic all black attire. The money is if you want him to look like the most annoying jerk of all time. Put these glasses and make him be like, the 90s, brother! We'll never get better than this. He comes with 2 sweet hands. Anyway, back to the Muta. This is kind of why Muta, like the face paint with the writing, looks cooler to us here. That, you know, you can't read it. It's like mysterious, you know, and that's what Muta's kind of thing in the US was. That it was like hard to tell what exactly he was thinking, what he's doing. That's how I kind of feel when I just watch Japanese wrestling. Is I feel like I'm missing some of the context and the attitudes and reactions, and I'm kind of surprised at what happens, especially like winners and results and things, because it's hard to get a grasp on exactly all the details of what was going on. There's emotion, but a lot of it is like hidden somewhat too. So you layer on, you know, kind of wrestling personalities, then the in-ring action is exciting and varied and stuff, but a lot of mystery behind it too. And that was what was really cool about Muta, even in like the later time period when they used him really terribly. But that's when I got to see him, and that's what triggered me to, you know, go on and find Japanese wrestling kind of on my own instead of relying on getting to see people on television in the United States. So without those appearances, you know, you don't have the curiosity maybe sometimes to go out and do your own research and see more of the wrestling world and stuff like that. So that's why I like this release, and that's why I like to have both of these actually instead of just picking one, the Chase or the regular. Both serve their own purpose, so just kind of would have been cool to have an alternate head just to have some different expressions instead of 2 Mutas with the same expression with the tongue out. Makes it a little strange. But I just collect later 90s wrestling figures, so WCW, WWF, of course mostly it's the Mattel Elite toy lines that fuel a majority of the collection, but anything that kind of represents the time period, you know, if I see another toy line that has stuff, it'll fit into my collection. That's why I want to open and show you here.